you know what? We're live.
We're echoing a little bit.
Yeah, we're echoing for just a second. Hold on.
Hi, Bonnie.
Hi, Kyle.
Say hi, everybody.
All right, buddy.
All right. Now, do you want to take your nap?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. All right. Have a good nap. I'll see you later.
Welcome to Writing Sprints on Thursday with Heather. So nice.
Yes, we'll get out of this one thing. Let's see. Okay, hopefully that's better now.
Sure.
Yes. Okay. Anyway, all righty. Everybody's taking a nap. And all right. And now I can put on my writing and editing brain. Hopefully, as my kid is off school for the week. So, yeah, let's attempt that. Anyway, yes, we are live. Better Days Sellers, and welcome. And let's see. We can go into some intros. Would you like to go first, Bonnie? You're my guest.
Sure. Hi, writers and authors. My name's Bonnie, being Bonnie, and I am a writer who hopes to be an author one day, and I'm here to be productive and try to get some projects work done.
Cool. Yes, same here. And I am Heather Dewey Pettit, and yes, I've been a writer for a while, and let's see, as a writer, I also am an unpublished author. Well, I've had some other things published, but and one short story, anyway, I'm working on that. And as an editor, I am a freelance, mostly copy editor and proofreader and sensitivity reader and beta reader. Let's see. As an artist, I love to dabble in watercolor and stamps, and I like to make cards. And I have an Etsy shop. And why am I getting a phone call? Sorry about that, guys. I have to let that go voicemail. So let me just move my phone. So, okay.
Do you want to start with a 20-minute sprint, or do you want to do a shorter one?
For our first sprint, let's see. It doesn't matter. If you feel like doing 20, Bonnie, we can start with that.
That's fine. I do have a 20-minute timer up if you do need a 20-minute timer at any time. I'm ready whenever you are. I kind of got to get some stuff organized because I have been busy all morning. So.
Okay, that is fine. Let's do that. And you should be able to share if you would like.
I just happen to have one I was using up.
Okay.
Do you see that one? Are you okay with that one?
Yes. That sounds good. Very cute and very summery looking. All right.
And I'm going to use this sprint just to get everything organized and ready to go and hopefully get writing. So.
Okay.
Am I counting down?
So, okay, sorry. Yeah. Again, my sleep schedule's messed up as well. So pardon me if I wasn't paying attention momentarily.
Oh no. We'll get this first sprint going, and then we'll both be A-okay.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead. Go right ahead.
All right, everybody, get your notebooks out, your computer ready, your fingers stretched, your water drunk, and your save button ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, sprint.
Okay.
I just have to finish writing a couple words. I have to finish the sentence real quick.
That's fine. I'm going to be moving a few things around anyway, so don't want to need. Moving the other laptop. Make things a little bit easier. Okay. I hope the meeting of my son wasn't too weird for everybody with all the noise.
So sorry I had to finish that thought, or I would lose it. So how'd you do on that sprint, Heather?
I did actually pretty well. I did a little reading in a book that was inspiring me about doing the disability tech. Then I read a little bit of the tips that I had written down from the video that Laura Nettles did about description. So I kind of went over my little notes here, and then I wrote a line in my story. So hey, that's not too bad.
Very nice. I didn't do a word count, but I did spend most of that sprint re-listening to my last writing session on speech, having it read back to me. So I did do that, and I didn't do any like editing, but I did do some punctuation, and I had hit the caps lock button, so I fixed that. I must have accidentally hit it last time I was writing. So I just kind of reviewed what I did last time, and then started writing. Got about a small paragraph going.
Okay.
So, and hey, TX, thanks for showing up, and thank you for the shout out of my channel and Heather's channel yesterday when you were streaming on Twitch. So that was really nice, and
Cool.
appreciate that. Yeah, he gave you a shout out also to promote your channel.
I appreciate that.
I mean, he talked a lot about writing Western stories, so thanks for the shout outs.
Absolutely. Yeah. So that's not.
Are you streaming on Twitch and YouTube today?
Actually, I am.
Nice. Very nice.
Because I'll keep. I had bought a month of StreamYard Pro, because I wanted to do some stuff.
Nice.
And as soon as I think I will use StreamYard to film my video. As soon as I do that, I'll go ahead and go back to free for a little while.
It's interesting because I really like Streamlab for YouTube. I like that you can share stuff very easily, but I really like OBS for Twitch. And so I did a Stream Elements. It was $99 for the entire year, so I just bid it and then decided to try it.
Okay.
So.
And you can you repeat that? Did you say repeat that one more time, just for everybody?
I really like OBS for Twitch and StreamYard for YouTube.
And StreamYard. Okay.
And then I use Stream Elements for $99 for a whole year. So, okay. And that included like website stuff, merch store, all kinds of other stuff. So
interesting.
Yeah. So I was like, I'll try it. And if I'm going to try it, I might as well try it for a year to really see if I like it. It was $99 for the year. I had the money then, so I just bought it, and it's been really neat trying to play with the merch store, and you can create your own merch and things like that and connect it. It's pretty cool. I haven't done much with it yet, but I like how it's included.
OBS for TX Mystery is saying OBS for Twitch is better in the long run. Also,
I like that.
Asking you a question, Bonnie.
Oh, what's Bonnie's channel? On Twitch or YouTube?
You might want to.
Well, my channel on YouTube is Bonnie Being Bonnie, and there I talk about writing things, do writing sprints, and hopefully more lifestyle vlogging in the future. And then Twitch is like playing video games and just chatting and being obnoxious and ridiculous and just a place to let it all out with your friends and have a good time. So
That sounds
if you want more productiveness, find me on YouTube. If you want to see me act stupid, crazy, obnoxious, and whatever I'm feeling like acting at that moment, then Twitch is the place to be. So I might stream on Twitch a little later, but I'm not sure yet. That's my inconsistent obnoxiousness. So that's all right.
That's okay.
I like it. I like to use things for different things, different outlets. Just like I keep YouTube totally separate, or Facebook type stuff totally separate from all my YouTube stuff too. So
that's why I've separated some stuff, and after
it's nice to have different places to go.
Yeah, right. And also trying to kind of separate my personal stuff from my writing stuff a little bit, although sometimes Kyle is very social, except when he's really tired, apparently.
I have a professional Facebook and a personal Facebook. Before I started getting into YouTube and things like that, I used that more. And so some people are in my personal Facebook offline, but mostly that is like non-internet world people, even though it's on the internet, if that makes sense.
I know what you mean. I understand. Now I better not start with that. Yawning. No.
My Facebook people are usually the people I wouldn't mind showing up at my front door, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, well, hello.
Hey, Laura.
I think we might be sprinting again pretty soon.
Sure. Do you want to use that same timer or a different timer? Or?
We can use it if you would like.
Sure.
It's up to me.
Yeah, it is up to you.
Don't you love this aspect of my personality, by the way?
You said it's up to me, and I said it is up to you. Yeah.
I don't know. What do you want to do? I'm one of those, apparently. Yeah.
It's okay.
Okay.
TX mystery? No, I'd welcome you right in and be like, how have you written like 20 something books published? Tell me, help me, hold my hand.
What?
Right.
This person has?
Yes, TX mystery. Jim, if you want to contact him, he's at Johnson Media. He's published well over 20 books. So
wow,
very
I'm back, Mallory.
Very driven writer.
I'm gonna just add this back on.
Yeah. You should check out his streams sometimes on Twitch. He talks a lot about writing. He has a lot of books published. He's an indie author. He has a lot of books published, though.
And
TX, how many books have you actually published altogether? I forgot the number.
I'm curious.
I'm trying to get my first one done, and then we'll see if I can pump them out.
Yeah.
Done as in not finished writing, but done as in published, right? Different process. 27 or 28. Yeah, that's what I thought. Very talented.
Rowdy.
He has some great book covers too, which are really nice.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see if I can pump this back a little bit. I'm ready to go. I'm very happy that I got started writing. So.
Well,
TX's encouragement, because I know he's done it so many times. Why can't I do it once, right?
I can understand this because I have other stories in my head as well. So
I have a lot of like half-written stories. Like got to the midpoint and I'm like, oh, something else. But I have a few finished. So.
Oh, I understand that.
Yeah, I have a few done, but I have a few that are like midpoint crash, midpoint crash, midpoint crash.
Yeah.
So.
Sometimes you just get bored. I have 2 short stories that I would like to finish.
I have a lot of stories that I started over this past year too. Like I have a quarantine story I started writing. I have a children's story I started writing. At different times, I get excited about all these things going on, and I have to learn I can't always keep up with the pace as fast as some people move. So just
Yeah,
focus and try to finish.
yeah,
Yeah.
I can relate. um, yeah, I think a lot of people have TX mystery.
That's how we learn.
Exactly.
Get better. If you're not failing, you're not working. So
Yeah, that's a very good point.
maybe working isn't the right word, but
I know what you mean, though.
yeah.
Yeah.
I know I'm moving forward because I keep having to try again. So the fact that I have to keep try again means I'm succeeding in my eyes. So
Well, maybe that's what I'm doing currently because I'm reworking my what I'm doing actually today is I'm trying to fix a few things in in the first chapter of my long story, not long story, of my book length story. Um, and then I'm going to start working with a critique partner.
very nice.
So yeah.
You know who? Have you found someone?
I have had 2 people say yes. I put out some feelers this week, and I had 2 people say yes, which is
That's really nice.
good. That feels good. I have to say, yeah.
I get nervous because I can write far off the deep end and have to pull it back, and then I'm nervous. People are like, "Whoa, this is far off the deep end," but then I think every great story I read, there's a big sin or a big problem that's far off the deep end. You know?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
What he said.
Yep.
That I'm highlighting here.
Yep.
Yeah. Something that you're passionate about, a story that you're passionate about, something that makes you excited.
Well, I got excited about this story last week because I figured out more of a concept, and so the first manuscript that I wrote, I really liked where it started and where it went. And this manuscript is going to be great. Remember, I told you how it kind of associated in and turned into like the backstory of this story, but still very exciting.
Okay.
And will lead into the end of the story, if that makes sense. So the first book is like you come in and there's this whole big thing. There's a big whole drama to all of them, but I have the concept how I want it in my head, so hopefully people will like it. But enough about my stuff. Do you want to count down?
I could count down.
I'm so full of energy. I'm drinking Tim Hortons with espresso. It's almost gone.
Oh my, maybe that's what I need. I think during this.
Well, I had errands to run this morning, so.
Yeah, that will be. Oh, that was us yesterday, and then Monday, we did a lot. My kid and I. I could count us down. Let's see.
Sure.
Okay, I was just reading his comment there. Okay, let's see. Guys, we're going to get started in a second, but hey, remember to save your work.
Yes, every few minutes.
Save your work. If you need to do file save as, do that. Whatever kind of saving that you need to do. I've also taken to occasionally write emails to myself. I do that too. That's a nice way to do backups.
That would just be things I never read.
Especially since apparently my main laptop is slowly dying. So yeah, I'm gonna have to start saving things to my newer laptop. It's even bigger. It's huge.
Oh, nice.
It's like a gaming laptop or something. But anyway, what else do you need to do? Take a sip of water if you need to. Get some coffee if you need to. Stretch. Sit up straight. Hey, let's go ahead and get started. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's Okay. How did everybody do? What did everybody do? I mostly just got coffee and water and texted people. So arranging some things. Move that. And worked on moving some things around on my desk. Yada, yada, yada. Let me get rid of this.
I didn't know it was muted. I got 401 between the last two sprints, so I'm feeling really good. Because the first sprint, I mostly read over other stuff. So I'm at 401 so far today.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
Good. Cool.
Feeling good.
I
And I'm moving forward. So,
myself.
and I got up and stretched for a few moments too.
Hello.
Hi, Charlie.
Man.
Give me a second to get a whiteboard marker for my board. I'll be right back. So go on without me, please.
Talk amongst ourselves.
I spent that sprint playing around with Spotify's new app, Green Room, which looks like a Clubhouse competitor, but I'm really hoping that since it's Spotify, they will let us play music.
Start learning about Clubhouse. Isn't that one for senior citizens or something? Or 50 plus? Should I check that out?
I should have had it ready.
It's they're basically live podcast apps.
Okay, right.
And Clubhouse, I don't follow a lot of people on Clubhouse, but I do know that Tiffany Haddish is on there, like, way a lot. I almost said too much, but is there such a thing as too much Tiffany Haddish? I don't know. That might not be a thing. She's on there a lot.
I'm not too familiar with that. With Tiffany Haddish.
Oh, she's a comedian.
Oh, okay. I have to check that out.
I don't remember exactly who that was. I mean, I know the name, but I just don't. I'm busy.
Does she have like a catchphrase we'd recognize?
Yeah.
What happened was, like, a lot of her jokes start off with, she'll say something that confuses the audience, and then she'll be like, okay, wait. So what had happened was, and then go into the story, and then you just try to breathe through the laughter because she's just too funny.
Very cool. I'm going to check her out. How's your morning been?
Confusing, but good.
Confusing.
Trying to figure out what I can and cannot do on Green Room, because I made a really bad joke last night of like, I really want to be streaming more, and then I said, and I quote, if Spotify had an app that let me just play music and DJ, I would be on there 24/7. And then this morning I get an email from Spotify going, hey, have you tried Green Room? And I'm like, what is Green Room? What does this let me do? Can I play music? Like, is this the app I was talking about last night? What can I do? So I'm trying to figure out. I've got it installed. I'm just trying to figure out how to do things in it, because they don't have a help file, so I can't read. I have to just like poke and prod and see what happens.
Gotcha.
I think that's a good way to learn something, just to play with it, right? Oh, hey, TX Mystery. I actually found them. Look.
I tend to do that. I tend to not use them until I finish something, and then I put them on that and take them to the like FedEx Kinko's and print my manuscript out that way to edit. So I tend to wait till I've finished it, and then I feel like I'm the next achievement, I put them on the thumb drive and take them to get them printed to edit that way. So I can like read through the papers. I need to get better with the thumb drives also. So I probably wouldn't lose things as much. It looks like TX got 328 words.
Nice.
And then it looks like Laura got some water and opened up her documents. I'm at 401 for the last 2 sprints, but the first sprint I mostly just listened to it, read back what I wrote last session. So.
Yes, I have absolutely no excuse. Absolutely no excuse. And I'm at chapter 17. That's where I'm at, Charlie. And I was working on my first chapter, reworking of my first chapter. There we go. So it's an interesting sound. Anybody else hear that?
If you want, I'll read the last lines that I wrote.
Well, that sounds pretty good.
If you want me to share. It says, that was enough to make me get off my bed now. She had no power over me. She's a nothing, I thought to myself. I straightened my hair and clothes, took a deep breath, and headed downstairs.
Interesting.
But if you don't know. Actually, I can go back a little further. It says, that's right, the money-hungry, bonbon-eating couch potato. Mrs. Roberts just sits on her ass all day eating bonbons, literally. I've seen her, at least 2 days a week anyway. And that damn yoga she's always talking about ain't helping her. I laughed out loud as I thought of her fat ass trying to do yoga on the floor. That was enough to make me get off my bed now. She had no power over me. She's nothing, I thought to myself. I straightened my hair and clothes, took a deep breath, and headed downstairs. So that's yeah. But if you don't know, like, I'm not giving, oh, thank you. You don't know this girl's history and where the thought process is. Do you know what I mean? Like, you have to know more of the story to know where her thought process is and what the situation is.
But that's
so that sounds a little mean, but it makes sense for where her thought process is, if that makes sense.
Sure.
Yeah. Sure. She's pretty angry and upset, and she's trapped in a place she doesn't want to be. So this would be her thinking. I mean, if she, for that situation.
Are you writing about me?
No, but is that funny? Is that funny? So this is where her mind is right now. And she's in a situation where she's not quite free yet, but she's coming to a point in her life where she's not going to be stuck in the situation for long. Okay. She's actually probably going to get in a worse situation. So before she gets in a better situation, if that makes sense.
Yes.
So that sounds a little, I don't know if that sounds a little harsh, but you know, rough draft, dump draft.
Yeah. I understand that.
Does it make you wonder what happened? No,
yes, it does. Especially with those two sentences together, that really kind of.
Right. The last sentence didn't make sense without that, but that doesn't make sense without more. So.
Yeah, it does pique interest.
Yeah. You have to know where the character's mindset is to understand that a little bit. So it might be difficult for some.
Do you ever share a line, Charlie?
I do from time to time. I am currently in the process of editing. So I'm not.
That's hard work too. Yeah.
I'm not drafting the last. See, the last sentence, a couple sentences that I did was, Michael stood at the window, his long black hair moving in the breeze. I'm surprised You sent. I'm surprised you sent them home so quickly. The insincerity of his words undercut his deep voice.
It's definitely shares a mood. You know what I mean? Like, it definitely shares a feeling of like a mood. Like, that's very setting to me. To me, that's very setting, like setting it up. Like I can feel the atmosphere of it.
Yeah, River just showed up to report in to their brother, and Michael and River don't get along that well. Like, they just they don't have that loving brother sibling relationship.
And sorry about all the swearing on your channel, Heather. I might have to tone it back in editing, but I'm just dumping it right now. I might have to change some of the words, but
Well,
we'll see.
Sometimes I don't think about that. So.
Yeah, it's a feeling, right?
Yeah,
like Charlie's, it's a feeling, it's a mood.
It belongs in a lot of stories, so I get it. So, no worries. It's more PG than rated G here.
Yeah, it's not sexual or anything like that, so it's not that kind of story mostly. But the other one was, so maybe I'll either tone the other one way back or I'll have to amp this one up. So I'm not sure how it's supposed to. Because if you're reading one with another, you might expect the same kind of level of that in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm just espressoed up. Sorry, Charlie, I'm espressoed up. I was naughty and I got some espresso in this.
Well, at least you got started on it early in the day, right?
Yeah, I did some shopping today for Father's Day. So got a couple golf shirts and golf socks because that's what he's gonna probably do the entire summer. So
I was kind of looking at
I am super hyper.
Well, that's right.
Well, I had another coffee before this one too, so.
Oh no.
Well, I had stuff to do today. This morning.
I can understand
that. I got up at 5:30 today, which I'm getting sick of being woke up so early, but I've been up since 5:30.
Let's see here. Well,
I've been up since 5:30 and I still haven't done my Yoga Go app.
I haven't done my Apple Watch stuff. I keep wanting to call it my iWatch for some reason.
It yells at me though.
Walking with my kid and the dog. I'll forget to hit the activity thing.
Well, I try to do this 26-minute yoga every day to get my legs back from my broken ankle because I'm rebuilding all the muscles. I'm doing great. I'm practically running now, and it hasn't even been 4 months since my surgery. So,
oh wow, that's got to feel good.
Oh yeah, I'm working so hard a few times a week in physical therapy. I'm doing like resistance bands. I'm doing like exercises with weights. I'm doing 26-minute yoga app. I'm going camping in July and I wanted to be better by then. And my physical therapist said I'm doing great. So I'm doing like the treadmill, the leg press, all these stretches, balancing stuff. So I think I'm going to be done with physical therapy by the end of the month. So I'm excited.
That's exciting.
Yeah. He said, they said you only get what you put into it. And I've been working my ass off and I'm like pretty much no pain anymore. So besides the sporadic, like sharp pains out of nowhere, I told you I call them pain Tourette's.
Oh, yeah, right.
Because they come from nowhere and they make me go, oh, like scream obscenities. So
I know that feeling.
Yeah, like I'll just be doing nothing and I'll get like a stabbing pain once in a while and I'm just like, ah.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
But for the most part, the ankle's healed, so I can forget about it for a while, hopefully.
That's cool. I had thought of reading a line or two or three my current paragraph anyway. Um, but then I don't know, maybe if anybody wants to hear it.
Sure.
It's nothing that shows. I mean, you can hear the tone of everything, but it's not a major thing that's going on. Not really. Not yet.
I think just when you share, sometimes for some people it can motivate you to keep writing, to keep going in the story. Because when you're saying it out loud to other people, it can trigger a different way of thinking and going into writing.
Let me do that real quick before I do the next thing. The next right thing. Sorry. She now okay. Starting over. She walked the now worn path to the gate and opened it, being sure to close it behind her. The old open two-stall barn on the left, where her horse Roddy was, which had seen better days, definitely needed work. They just hadn't gotten around to replacing the boards that were faded and splitting due to exposure to the sun. Faith thought the wood almost looked more interesting this way, but she knew it wasn't safe for the horses, that they could rub against it and hurt themselves. Walking to the right, though, to another two-stall barn, she went to one of its stalls, which had been converted into a combination feed and tack room.
Oh, I was
Tell
waiting
me
for more.
more.
It was
Tell
good.
me more.
Because I was waiting for more. Like, very nice. Very country. What are you writing about in the country about the horses?
It's sort of a transition between one scene and another.
Nice.
Where she's the previous sort of scene is the first scene in the story. So
Very nice.
It establishes her character more than this.
I was waiting for more.
Setting. It's a transition to the setting.
Very nice. Makes me want to. I want to hear more. Makes me want to hear more.
So
it takes place in the country for sure. Then with the horses and stables.
This introductory part does.
Nice.
In the first chapter. But I did want to show a couple of comments before we move on. Let's see. Okay. That, yeah, I can understand that. An 80K manuscript. I'm very sorry. I can understand that. And to Dropbox. I recently found that I definitely do have Dropbox. So, yeah. And your phone. That doesn't take up too much space on your phone.
I wish my phone had that much memory. I can barely keep my pictures and videos in there.
Dropbox for the phone doesn't keep things locally.
Oh, gotcha.
So you can
send it to the cloud. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't hear me?
It was a little low for a bit. I can hear you now.
Okay. Sorry. Maybe my hand was in front of my face.
Your voice is a little soft. So I don't know what kind of a microphone you're using. It makes me wonder if the gain's turned way down.
I'm just using my computer mic. I don't even have my nano plugged in.
Reading to my kid habit. You know, the old hook, like the Tin Man kind of telling a story thing.
Feels good to be Thursday.
How he came up with the voice that he used, because it was the voice he used to read to his kids.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
that's sweet.
I always love that. Anyway, hey, do we want to spread one more time?
Sure.
That is so cute.
Wonder whose turn it is.
Wait, what? What? Surely not me. Alrighty, everybody, we are going to be doing this sprint. So make sure that you have something to hydrate with. If you have not gotten up and moved around for a while, maybe do that, or at least do a little chair dance to get the blood flowing so that your brain has oxygen and ideas of forming in it. If you have not saved your work recently, like, have you not been paying attention to the conversation? Like, I once lost a 96,000 word story because Microsoft decided to be a jerk to me and like corrupted all my backups. So like have all the backups, like more backups that aren't even attached to the computer backups. Backups can be rewound and restored from other backups. Like be the backup master of the universe. I mean, all the backups. And we are going to get started on this sprint in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
Okay. How did everybody do? What did everybody do?
I got 200 or 236 if you count the words I moved from somewhere else and put there. So 200 or 236 that round.
That counts too. It's,
Hi, Shay.
and hi, Shay. And Kat came in too. And Megan.
Megan.
No
Actually, hi,
worries.
Kat. Hey, Megan.
And Kat, I saw it. You've been doing waves throughout the quiet.
You know what? I just wrote 125 words.
Yay.
Nice.
Oh yay! But it's something I'd written before, but it had been a while, and I couldn't find a previous version of this scene. So I rewrote it, which I basically remember anyway. So yeah. Let me put this up here so you can see me a little better.
Thanks, Shay. It's not going to be like this much longer. It's actually on its end out. So.
So yeah, what's everybody going? But I can't talk right now because I'm a little sleep deprived.
Oh, I know that feeling.
I was starting a migraine earlier, but
Oh no.
get it off at the pass with a little caffeine.
So I spent that sprint playing around on Green Room. I was in one of the chats that was going on, and I really feel sorry for them. Nobody told the beta testers that it was going wide today. So all of a sudden they showed up for their regular like small group talks, and then there's like thousands of people here. And they're like, what are you doing? Like, where did you all come from? What is it?
It can be overwhelming, yeah.
Yeah. And then, of course, when an app goes wide, that's when the trolls all come in to see what they can get away with. And
Right.
it's like, oh man, that's terrible. That like,
I'm so bad at feeding into the trolls too.
I beta test,
especially on Twitch. I'm like, don't encourage me. Stop it. You're gonna make me. Yeah.
Yeah, I've beta tested quite a few social networks over the years, and that's always like the worst day in the history of the social network is when it goes from being the little small island with all the fun people that you've gotten to know, building this wonderful community, and then all the strangers arrive.
Yeah, we're all a stranger at first.
Oh man, the anthology is going really good. I've started getting stories. I have been watching them because I'm trying to keep a good flow between serious ones and funny ones and romantic ones so that it's not like all the same, you don't get bogged down in all the ones like mine that are like overly self-serious and, just a problem. But yeah, it's going really, really well. There's still time. The anthology doesn't go live until the 26th. And as long as I get the video from the creator by the 25th, I will be able to get it onto the list. So, but I have been overwhelmed by the outpouring of support for it. I did not expect, I don't know what I expected, to be honest. Like when we came up with the idea, in the back of my mind, I was like, that's wonderful. Nobody's going to do this. Because,
you never know. You never know.
Oh, I do not have a good track record of thinking that anything that I do is going to be like work. I almost said successful. That's not even the right term. Work. I don't think anything that I want to do is going to work. And we have a really.
I enjoy a lot of the things you put out, so I have confidence in you.
I do as well.
Yeah.
And that's really what's keeping me going, because other people have confidence in me that I have yet to be able to have in myself. But
we're most critical on ourselves.
Yeah.
Believe me, I know that very well with myself. Yeah.
It's been really cool. We have a really nice community on Discord for this that we're not sharing the link publicly, just because anytime you say LGBTQ issues, then the trolls come out of the woodwork. So if anybody does want an invite to that, all you have to do is let me know, and I will send an invite to you. Hate to be a little gatekeepy about that, but again, anytime you say LGBTQ on the internet, the trolls come.
You know,
So
Trolls.
what are you gonna do? You know, at least you're putting out the information you want to put out. So
the community is really good. We are actually already talking about doing another one after this that we'll start talking about after this one is done. Because several people have written more than one story, and they're like, well, what do I do with the other one? When's the next one? So we're already talking about the next one that we're going to do. So it's rather exciting.
Awesome. As it should be. Okay. Where is actually working on a timeline instead of posting yourself. Yeah.
Timelines are important. One of the best investments I made was when I got Aeon Timelines to track all of my timelines, because you can set up different plot arcs and track them separately. You can track by character. You can track by location.
Yes.
You can add tags, descriptions, like the whole 9 yards. It's so helpful.
Yes.
I keep seeing these compliments on my hair. Thank you guys so much. And that's nice because I haven't done it since I colored it blue, and it's just like getting it out, and it's
but it made a nice ombre. Like it really the way that it's grown in, it looks intentional.
It is intentional.
It's also bluish.
It is intentional, Charlie. It is.
Good.
It is intentional. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
I'm trying to.
I like how it looks.
I don't know. I'll probably be dark again soon. I just haven't done it yet. So this is kind of like the remains of what I did before. So, but see how dark my natural hair is, right? You can see the roots so good.
It's blonde, but it's dark underneath.
I'm just happy it's not growing in gray yet.
I feel seen and called out by that remark.
No, I was thinking of my sister. She's only like 2 years older than me, and hers like grows in gray. So it's interesting how much you can only like. We're only 2 years apart, but we look like age difference. We look immensely different. So
I have a.
I guess I'm just immature. That's what she says. It's working out for me, though.
Or you've just lived a happy life that you've kept
Have
yourself
I?
giggly.
Yeah.
No, I would say, I don't know. It took me a long time to get to like feel at a happy life, and even like what you call a happy life. You know, I have a lot of unhappiness. You know.
Oh, same.
It's hard to say. I would say my life situation has been pretty good since I got married. For the most part, like that way wise, but everything has its own problems. So
I'm just saying you are
everything's difficult.
You are a delightfully giggly person, and I
try to think on the bright side.
I envy that.
And I've been through so much, even in my younger years. I'm like, how could anything possibly be as bad as that? So like, I'm like, I got all the bullshit taken care of, all the like shit life out of my way when I was a kid. Now I get to make my own choices, so I try to make the best of it. So
yeah, exactly.
If you don't know me for a long time, you wouldn't imagine how much shit I've been through to get where I am. So I'm pretty happy where I am, but we all have our moments and months and years, and you know, it is what it is. I just try to look on the bright side and make the best choices I can for me. What else can we do, you know?
Seriously.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So it's all, and those choices aren't always what I want to do. So sometimes the best choice is not what you actually want to do. So,
Quite true.
in my opinion, for me, I don't know. I'm rambling. No more. I'm probably going to have more espresso because I'm going to probably do some other stuff later. So we can not get too much into my own life battles, So everybody has their own set of challenges, and it's unfortunate that things are the way they are, and situations occur for people the way they do that have trouble, and all we can do is, I got a little sign that says tomorrow is a fresh start. So that's how I think. I look at that and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I felt like crawling in the woods and dying and never coming back yesterday, but tomorrow is a new day. So I don't know.
Yes. Hey, Jay, I completely agree with you on this. Every marginalized community should have spaces for them in which they can feel safe. Yes. Yeah. There's such a wide variety of people in this world that you would think that more people would understand being marginalized. I don't know.
People should understand, but it's interesting how many people can't open their perspective wide enough to see outside their own. So
well, also, we are a culture that prizes power and has this twisted sense of authority that is built on tearing people down and not actually listening. And until we can successfully undermine that and realize that we are stronger together and stronger when we stand united and with each other than when we're breaking into small, into divisive groups, it's just going to be a problem. Like, putting other people down does not make one powerful.
Yeah, you're right.
Right. It just makes you a bully.
Yep.
I think people should also, let me make sure.
Yeah, I've had some interesting conversations with a particular person, and this person still doesn't get it. Bullies don't realize they're being bullies. I don't get it.
I don't know. I don't know. My train of thought, and this is just my opinion, and it, I may not even be saying this clear, but I think everybody should be able to just accept people as they are. You know what I mean? Like, just accept people as they are.
Because everybody's different. Every single person is different.
Everybody's different, but okay, they're different. If you don't want to be involved in that, keep it moving. Why involve yourself if you don't want to be involved? You know what I mean? It's okay to do you,
I think, especially in
people
our...
get so offended when you do you. I don't get it.
Especially in our culture, there's this weird solipsism where everybody's all me, and they think that one person getting something means another person losing something, and that's not how...
me. You got to take care of yourself, but your me shouldn't be because of what somebody else is doing. In my opinion,
we live in a world of infinite resources, and
there's room for everyone. Yeah.
You're not taking something from someone to get something for yourself, and
some people do that.
It's the way that the power hungry lie to the powerless so that they can maintain their power. Is they tell you, oh, we could give this to you, but we then have to take this, that, or the other thing away, and that's not really how anything works. I mean, it really isn't.
If they want to take something away, you better make sure it's something you don't want.
It's a trick. It's a mind game. It's a shell game.
Give them the garbage then. Let them take the garbage away. Sorry. I don't know. It's so much to think about,
Yep.
I can barely keep my own life straight.
Same here.
Can I write this book? Can I get myself out of bed and doing what I gotta do?
Can I do this other thing?
Can I not lose my mind today?
When you're a parent too, and yeah.
Can I not lose my shit on something that I just take a deep breath for and there's no reason?
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. 2022 is going to be better. That's what I keep telling myself. Like Annie sings, tomorrow. I'm singing 2022.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not an optimistic person. I am not somebody who's like see the bright side of life. But I think
I'm trying. It helps me get through it. So
the most important thing for me though is just like for all of the trash that was 2020.
Yeah.
I met so many wonderful people that I never would have met if it wasn't for 2020. Right? I learned so much about myself that I would not have learned if it were not for the events of 2020. I feel like I became a better version of myself because of things that I learned throughout 2020. And I feel the same way about some of the stuff that's happened this year. Every opportunity is put there, and we choose how we react to it. And a lot of us, through all of the trash last year, decided to grow. We decided to either develop ourselves, mentally, spiritually, professionally, or just socially or emotionally. We had to find strength that we did not know that we had before. And that is something that we need to remember and focus on. Like,
Charlie, I still haven't found my strength, but I'll let you know when I do. I'm just, I don't know what part I am in, but 2021, like, I get what you're saying. Like, the relationships have built on community, but those relationships, I feel like I was starting to get involved with before this stuff happened. And this thing just like tore me apart. Like, I felt like I was on such a good track, and 2021, I'm like blew myself out of the water. Like, who the hell am I? What the hell am I doing? Why the hell am I doing this? And like, how fucked up, I'm sorry, Heather, how messed up did this year make me? Like, because the way I think is different, the way I associate with people is different, the way I act is different, my motivation is different. How much I'm doing and moving along is entirely much slower. Besides the relationships, I would just like to be like rewind or fast forward or something, because I don't know, like 2020 and 2021 beat me with a baseball bat. Good. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't think of much good that came out of it. So I want to just like fast forward to be like, okay, this is what happened. This is where we are now. Things have changed to where they need to be somewhat direction, and let's keep moving and get some stuff done. I want to live my life in a more exciting way.
As somebody who has existed in a constant state of pain and suffering since I was a child.
Yeah.
Suffering is a crucible. You either let it refine you or you let it burn you up.
Yeah.
You either let it make you into a better person or you let it destroy you. And
I've done my fair share of suffering.
You can't.
That. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, you can't.
Or weaker. Yep.
Yeah, you can't focus on the suffering. The suffering is just background noise. It's that thing.
Those
that
are
happens.
the things that haunt me. I don't know about you, but the suffering things you go through, those are the things that haunt you back. That you're like, okay, I want to move forward. I'm strong enough to beat this. Those like really hard suffering moments, I think back and I'm just like, wow, I made it through that. So
Yeah. Right, exactly.
it sucks. It sucks. Who wants to suffer forever? Nobody. So, all right. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about other things. I'm almost emotional. Get it together, girl.
To paraphrase Kierkegaard, suffering is the proof that we know that we are alive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah. Alrighty. I'm sorry, guys. I really should limit how much coffee I have. And I'm like a little emotional because I was thinking about other things. And I'm writing a pretty emotional part in this story. So
All I know is I need to have as much coffee as you've had.
I'm
Because
I'm naturally like
Because I got
a fast mover, but not a. I don't know. I don't know how you would explain it. Not super fast, but I like to get things done. I like to move through things. I don't know why I can't do it with a book. I can do it with so many other things, but we'll see.
let's see. It is
All right.
2. I have been streaming for 2 hours.
Hey, Charlie, did I tell you I love you today? And thank you for putting up with me because I'm back on the espresso kick. So, I mean, you can tell the big difference when I'm taking, freaking shots of espresso and
Yes, I can definitely see the difference.
As I often say, I have nothing but love for all of you, or I would not be here, because I do not have time for things that I do not enjoy or people I do not enjoy being around.
Thank you.
I'm thinking about just getting like chocolate covered espresso beans to suck on.
Those are so good.
I was thinking about getting some at the coffee shop. They have them, but
I've only ever bought a package of those once, and I was pretty hyper after that. And also the flavor was so intense for me that I was like, okay, I'm done.
Well, I wanted to be productive, and I don't stream every day. I was like, oh, I got stuff to do, and now I'm like, okay, I gotta simmer down. Maybe I'll go take a smoke break so I can simmer down. Dirty little habits, yeah.
Yeah. See, the cancer survivor's gonna say,
Just so you know, even though I smoke, I don't take any other kinds of medications or anything. So, and I made it through 4 months of a broken ankle with only 2 weeks of on painkillers. The first week and the first week after surgery, and then I was off painkillers. So,
wow. And
yeah.
I've heard that having replacements, can be very painful. My hubby.
Oh, I have steel and bolts and a nut and bolt in my ankle, and it's actually looking almost the same size again, so I'm pretty happy. So you almost can't tell except for the stitches. So I ain't judging.
Yeah.
Right. Girl, I'm old school. Give me a Philly, give me a wrap. We'll call it a day. Pain relief, relaxation.
A scar here from when he 3 discs replaced in his neck. Awesome.
Gotta have, yeah. It's better than some other people's bad habits. Now I'm making excuses and I'm scapegoating. Let me stop. It is what it is. I see Shay. Shay said she ain't judging.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Awesome.
But, yeah. It helps reduce your seizures by like 75%. I get it. Yeah. Yeah.
I think I'm getting pretty tired. I think I'm.
It helps me reduce people's ass whoopings by 99%. Sorry, I'm talking to Shay. I'm sorry.
I was just thinking of.
That was a joke. It was a joke.
I was just thinking of wrapping it up, and if anybody wants to do an outro.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I being too much for you?
No,
Is it my fault?
No.
Okay.
I'm just getting really tired.
Sure. You can check out my channel, Bonnie Being Bonnie for Writing Sprints. And if you want my antics and my ridiculousness, which I should have saved for Twitch later. So other than that, have a great day.
Hi, I do things. My name is Charlie. I do way too much. I'm currently in the, let's see. I'm currently making season 5 of my podcast, Project Shadow, where we're talking about all manner of things. I'm trying to keep it light and happy. The first 2 episodes kind of weren't. Last week was about Loki because it's awesome. If I can't find anything happy, this week might be about Loki. I don't know. I'm trying to find something that's not just me yelling at the universe for 30 minutes, and that can be hard sometimes.
Yeah.
So check that out on wherever you get your podcasts. It's been going pretty well this season, and I'm really happy for that. I also just set up my Spotify Green Room account. I'm Charlie Dorset on there. If anybody's wanting to play with it, let me know. I would love to start a room and do some chatting. I do feel really weird, like I made a bad joke. Like if Spotify had a streaming app, I wouldn't ever stop using it. And then Spotify was like, "Hey, Charlie, we have a streaming app." And I'm like, "Wait, what?" But the one feature you'd think Spotify would have, I don't see, and that's the ability to play music. Because with their podcasting app, I can play music, but why can't I with the live thing? Like, dude, if I could DJ, I would like never get off the app. Get on that, Spotify. I just did my chronic illness tag that Megan came up with. It is amazing. It is wonderful. I just saw that in my YouTube feed that Sam did hers today. There's been a bunch of them. There's a full playlist on Megan's channel if you want to see all of them. They are amazing. And even if you don't think that you want to do a video for the tag, I highly recommend that you get the list, use them as journal prompts. They are some good questions that will make you think about your life in a very different way. It's an amazing tag. It was a wonderful experience, and I'm so grateful for Megan for putting it together. It is amazing, and thank you. And don't forget about the Pride and Prejudice anthology that we are doing. If anybody has any questions, you can just DM me. My DMs are currently open on all the things. And if I start posting a bunch of random YouTube shorts, I apologize, but sorry, not sorry.
I like those words. Wait. Let me do something real quick here. Okay.
Yeah, this is not the Pain Olympics. It's not about like mine's worse than yours. No, it's just if you have chronic illness or disability, you are welcome.
Yeah, my problem is, should I shorten my list or keep to my original list, which has like 9 items on it?
I focused on the ones that I felt affected me most, that I had answers for the questions for.
That's what I was thinking of doing, because otherwise it would just be way too long.
Yeah, I thought of like all the things I could talk about, and I was just like, well, pertinent to what's going on right now is my arthritis, my ADHD, and my depression. So I simplified it down to 3 things, which...
Good idea. 3 is a good number. The magic number, right? So yeah. Let's see. So I will be doing that. I'll see how long my kid naps. I might do that today if possible. If not, I will do that just as soon as I can possibly manage that. And get that up for you guys. And I will continue to work on my book length work of fiction. And finish reworking this first chapter, Charlie. And I will be sending that along to a couple of people who have shown interest in being my critique partner. So yeah, working on that, and then gearing up for my my editing season. Usually that's in the fall and winter, because I have more time. So I tend to schedule things for at that time. If anybody has any questions about what a copy editor does, what an editor does in general, but I specialize in I do some line editing. Mostly I do copy editing, proofreading for independent authors, and I have also done that for publishers in the past. And I stream here on Thursdays currently only at noon. And with that, I think I'll go ahead and end this, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bing.